Really proud of our team today and what they did. Obviously, we're disappointed in the loss, but we faced a great team, a great program, and a great crowd today. And didn't start as well as we would have liked, but I thought we responded very, very well and had a great chance to be in the game at the end. And that's, as a head coach, that's what you can ask. That's the only thing you can ask for, is that your team continues to fight, to learn, and move forward. And that's what we'll do after today.
Questions for Coach Brooke or tonight?
Hawks and Phil, who is both of you want to answer this, that's great. You all outscored UConn 49-34 after they went up by 23. So what were the adjustments and improvements you saw from your team in the second half?
We just knew we had to come out stronger and better. In the halftime locker room, we just knew we had a chance, and we just tried to get within 10, and I think we got the job done in terms of that. But yeah, it was just to be in attack mode and stay together.
We knew we had to turn up the defense, and I think once we kind of got a feel for, how physical they are, how fast they are, how much, how hard they play, and what we needed to do, especially off the ball. They really challenge your off the ball defense, rotations, help side, things like that. Once we got a feel for that, I feel like we did a great job just locking in that way, and didn't have to make too many adjustments coming back out.
Howard? Can you hear me? One for each of you tonight, if I could start with you. Your steals came, it seemed like later on in the game. I'm just wondering, how are you reading a game defensively, and what's allowing you to see where those passing lanes are?
Just anticipating the pass, and in practice, we do a lot of repetition. So, just getting a feel for the game and watching their eyes. So, yeah, that's what helps me.
And Coach, actually, sort of a two-parter on tonight, if we could. First, just the fact that, slow shooting start doesn't seem to phase her. I know this happened a couple of times, and she just seems to find it as the game goes on. Not typically what you see from a freshman. Generally, that's a veteran. Can you just take me through what you see about her, what is allowing her to read the game offensively as early as she does?
Yeah, she's a very intelligent player. She's one of the most intelligent players that I've ever coached, just instinctually, and knows the game and knows how to adjust. And that, what she just said, she understands as the game goes on, okay, this is what I need to do to adjust and get the opportunity to have the ball in my hands in a position to score, to make shots. And so we've seen her do that, where she's now reading the defense when she's attacking, understanding how to move around them to make shots. Today it was turning up her defense, understanding that to get her going and getting the ball out in the open floor. And so she's very, very smart that way. And again, I just have to credit her, a freshman coming into this with all the hype around her, doesn't start off great and keeps going and ends up with, 24 points and battling adversity of fouling out, all of that stuff. I'm just so impressed with her, and I think the world saw the type of player we have on our hands here in Tanaya.
And just a quick follow on that, those two parts, right? The trust in her to put her back in the game with 4 in the fourth quarter, and how central that is. And then the fact that she's the first one off the bench. You guys cut it to 4 tonight. I see you jump off the bench, leaving as the first player, and just what those two things say about her in your program.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. And we need our best player in the game, and that's why I trust her. I looked at her, said, "You ready?" She said, "Yes." And unfortunately, it's an unlucky call. She was doing what she needed to do, which was attack. and so it was an unlucky circumstance. But again, she's humble, great team player. Her teammates love her, and that just says so much about who she is. And that's what we look for, is good people, and then usually things work out after that.
Thank you both.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Doug Fine with BAP. You mentioned how the physicality and the speed of the game, you guys didn't get used to it. Is that sort of early on, you hadn't faced an opponent like that plays at such a different level of speed? The second part is, how much is that going to help you guys going forward to the ACC play, of having a game like that? You did come out with the win, but to know that physicality and speed you'll definitely see the next 2 months.
Yeah, this was an opportunity to, I think it was a perfect opportunity going into league play, which we start on Wednesday, to understand the level of physicality and speed, like you said, that we'll face in the ACC a day in and day out, nightly basis. So, yeah, I thought, again, we responded well. We have not played an opponent. We have not played the number 9 team in the country yet, you know, and so we did that today, and really, I feel like learned from it, adjusted to it, got better, and now, you know, I feel like we're better leading this game going into ACC play.
Hi, Coach Megan Caffrey of the Big East Conference. Just to follow up on that, and you said in the opening statement of what you learned. What was the biggest piece that you learned about your team today? Yeah.
I don't know if it's something I've learned. It's something that was just confirmed in terms of about my team and who they are. They just confirmed who they are, which are fighters, which are smart players that know that, you know, no moment's too big for them. You know, the ball didn't go in the first quarter. That's going to happen. We had to get a feel for it, but they stayed the course. They are never going to lay down. They're never going to stop competing, and they're always going to believe. And that's what I never doubted today. We've seen that time and time again, and the way they've responded over and over. So it was just confirmation. I was super proud to see that and happy to see that in this circumstance. And then, you know, what we learned was just obviously like how much better we have to be defensively, you know, and just continuing to you know, keep up with that level of physicality and speed and being on our marks and in our spots off the ball.